things that I've learned from the workshop in here is, first thing is about the interaction between the institute and the institute, actually the cooperation that is actually is making the student and in the organization to create some solutions to some challenges that have been happening in the organizations. This could create the very good base for the students when they are out of the institute to know more and to be capable of solving the challenges which could be happening in their organization when they will be working there. That's the first thing. The second thing that I've learned from the workshop is that from the curricula and gender curricula based is that in the organizations and actually these corporations, they should involve more women in basically in forestry, because women in forestry are doing better, as I am one of them. I've been working and I've been experiencing the things that changed my mindset, like riding a bike. I didn't know, but now I know, and I ride it very good, and I see that there is no limitations when it comes to possibilities and chances. This is very perfect to the women that we should know from the organizations and all companies, that women should be involved more in work, especially forestry. The third thing I've learned about this workshop is all about entrepreneurship education. That in entrepreneurship, there's more that a student will learn from doing and actually by seeing more than in the class and lectures. How actually students will learn more in entrepreneurship because activities could be a very good part of education, in a sense that a student could be more actually observing and knowing and catching up things from way of doing and way of teaching, yes, in the class. So we advise that the teachers could take the responsibility of the learning by doing more than lecturing and testing, because students could be more bored on that than learn by doing. And the other thing is that on learning by doing, also we could provide some materials on like ChatGPT. That's the other thing that students could use more on having some materials which could help him or her to actually extend his or her studies and way success in her studies. Yes.
Lesson learned from the session we had from Monday to Friday. For the issue of entrepreneurship, everyone must engage in entrepreneurship, not only by taking the skills only to engage to be an entrepreneur. After having the skill, you need to practice the skill you got through the entrepreneur session. Number 3, engaging people is very important, like a group discussion, not to host the whole session. If you are dealing with the SME or you are dealing with the teacher, you are supposed to give the room for them to participate, not only to host the environment or to have your topic prepared then without sharing different information. It's better you have to hear from them, then you come to the professor.
I've been in Hämeenlinna city, the country of Finland, to attend the active pedagogy of 21st century, to activate my pedagogy skills I learned a lot, but few of them, as a tutor, I've been engaged in and attending the training of trainers to the most of the training in my country. But this makes me perfect and it capacitates me a lot, increase my knowledge, give me a chance to learn and to see how to engage the student, how to give the student practical rather than theory, less testy, more practical, to make sure that the vocational student, they are graduate and be able to work rather than doing things in the papers. So that is number one. Another wonderful and excited presentation was started by saying that the European entrepreneurship is demand. And now is a time to say that the Tanzania entrepreneurship for the youth is demand. In my college, in my training center, once I receive this new intake in my gate, I tell them entrepreneurship is demand because we are facing a lot of employment crisis. By making their mindset more entrepreneurs, will give us the chance and the student to learn and expand their knowledge rather than formal employment, also to employ themselves. This is what HAMK capacitate and build and concrete my mindset as a vocational teacher. Also, I learned about giving the student company problem and then they're gonna to solve. So as a FITIKI, we are surrounded by a lot of companies. So as now we are gonna to make sure that we create a platform where we meet with our stakeholders who work in the forest industries and forestry to have their problems and give a chance to our students to think and make sure that they end up with the right answer in by guidance of the tutor.